Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. How we doing today on a wonderfully normal Tuesday? But for some, I thought I was going to change keys. There it is. It is Wednesday, but that's kind of okay. Leo, welcome in, mate. Good to see you. I'm doing all right. I feel like things are getting back to normal, sort of. And, what the hell was that? Things are getting back to normal, and, I don't know. I'll give you an example. I think you know, I've been struggling with Mr. Chompers. He's been constipated, and you know, it was so bad. It was really bad. We had to take him to the vet a bunch of times, do all this treatments, all this stuff. He's well now. He's 100%. But it really messed up the normal flow of here, you know, and you know, just kind of getting back into the swing. And before I started the stream, I looked over and he was walking around in here, which he hasn't done in weeks. So, or not weeks, but well over a week. And I even tried to get him to take his little throne, which we built for him over there underneath next to the 808 pillow. But he declined. I think he wanted me to do something. Probably love on him some more. He's probably addicted to it. Because when he was not feeling well, I pretty much didn't leave his side. So I just hung out with him all the time. And because of that, you know, I just look over and go, "Oh, you're so cute," and then I'd love on him. So I think he's addicted to it now. Too bad. Addiction strikes another. Its story as old as old stuff. Or Old Spice. Alright. Anyways, how you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. I got my drill, and I'm ready to start working on that project for the deal, but I'll be honest, I just don't want to do it. I want to do it. I'm going to put it off one more day, unless we run out of fun stuff to do today. Yeah, whatever. But I need to get that thing done and out of here. I've just been second guessing myself and whatever. I need to get it back to the client. They're going to get annoyed. But honestly, I was thinking about, we still have, I think we have more modules to bring to 100%. So I think that's what we'll probably just do today, just to, in the interest of getting things back to normal, get back into our groove, because groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. Never do today what you can put off till tomorrow. Yeah, right? Well, it's just, I mean, I'm making it there. I found my drill. my hand drill. So I have to cut some holes in the bottom of a case. I really don't want to do it. I hate doing that. But the client's like, it's cool, man. And I'm like, it's cool, man. And, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I don't enjoy doing that. And especially since it's not mine, it makes me more uncomfortable. But I need to quit being such a wuss and just suck it up, buttercup. Hop onto it. Did I mention I have a fully remote job now? I can now haunt your stream. That's fantastic for you, mate. Nice. You know, I've been thinking about trying to get Mrs. Heresy to work on that path, but she doesn't really like computer jobs, you know? Like sitting in front of a computer kind of gig. It's not really her favorite thing in the world. And unfortunately, that's like 80% of the job market. Or it's not 8, I don't know, it's a big chunk of it. So I'm always like challenged trying to find something. And I always think she'd like to do remote work and so forth, or try to find some jobs doing that where she at least works out of the home. But no luck yet. No luck yet. The best self-help mantra I've gotten recently is that if you are moving in the right direction, there are no small steps task. Oh, sure. Yeah, that goes with a lot of these kind of wisdoms I've learned over the years, you know. Nothing worth doing is going to be easy. That's the point, you know. If you really want it to happen and it's something you can just do meh, with like a one-arm twist, it was never fucking worth it. But if you have to spend time, resources, skills, developing these things, like, you know, you really have to put the effort in, then once you achieve it, once you get on the other side, the fruit is that much sweeter. So, but unfortunately, the whole part doing it sucks. I hate that part. I know how the cause and effect works, but I just don't like the chemical. I don't like the chemistry. What's the other one I like? The right thing is rarely the easy thing. The right thing to do is rarely the easy thing to do. You know? That's another one. That goes more to a holistic, or I guess, I don't know. It goes more to a global world life view. But those are phrases I tell myself all the time. I'm like, dude, the right thing to do isn't going to be the easy thing to do. And then, yeah, if it isn't worth doing, if it isn't hard, it isn't worth doing. You know, if it doesn't have a challenge, it doesn't have difficult, then why is it worth? You know, why are you going to bother? Also, it's getting back to that too. I like those challenges. I like doing those things. Personally, I kind of gravitate to them because I'm a bit of a data nerd and I like tracking my progress. I like trying to figure out where it goes. Like, oh, that's cool. Like lately, I've been trying to lose weight because I'm 46 and the genetic history of my family, when all the men get around this age, is starting to plague me, and I don't want it to happen because a lot of medical issues come as a result of that. So I'm like, I gotta try to stay at a decent weight, at a reasonable weight. And over the summer, I gained a bunch, but I've made these steps. So I quit drinking Dr. Pepper. I drink these Liquid Deaths. They still have calories, but it's not very much. And then I've been trying, and I learned that's not enough. I just can't take that out of my diet, and the pounds fall off. So I started walking and doing like really mild exercise. And I found out from a gig in Chicago that where I walked like 15 miles a day every day and ate very small portions for lunch and dinner, rarely got breakfast, And I drank Dr. Pepper during that time. That was about the only thing that was backslide. And I lost like 5 pounds, which in a week, that's pretty good, honestly. And so I realized I need to, in order to do this, I need to find some sort of exercise where I break a sweat. And that's where I'm stuck right now, because I want to, I have like what's called a roller trainer. It's kind of like not a conveyor belt, but like a treadmill for a bike. That was what I was trying to think of yesterday. It's like a treadmill for a bike. It just has a deal that's recumbent, so you're just always going, but you're never going anywhere. And what's good about it is you have to steer, otherwise you'll crash in your own house, and it's very embarrassing. And so you're standing there, and it works your core, and it keeps you a little bit alert, and then just pedaling. Well, I bought one of those, and because of the bike I have and the way it's geared, it's like going uphill non-stop. There's no reprieve, and I can only last a minute at the most, and I feel like I'm gonna die. So I don't really like that. That's not the exercise I was looking for. And then I looked into getting one of those little deals where you lift up the back wheel and you pedal. And but because of the bike I have, I would have to replace the wheel and get a different wheel. And then they make some that don't even use a wheel. You just track your chain onto it. But then those cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I want to be able to cycle because I like cycling. And I want to be able to do it indoors. I want to watch movies or podcast or something. I just want that's what I want to do. It seems like it would tick all the boxes. And I don't want to spend like $500 on a trainer and stuff, and then have to. And those things are huge. It wouldn't be like I could just throw my bike, hang my bike in the garage, and throw this thing off in the corner. It's like a big old setup. You'd have to leave it permanently, and the missus ain't gonna dig that. So I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. I went off on a tangent, didn't I? I'm sorry. I tend to do that. I try hard to make things as easy as possible. I'll just divide tasks smaller and smaller. Yeah, that's the way to do it, divide and conquer. Do you like to ride bicycle? Yeah, I like biking. But the problem is with biking here is that in the summer, it just gets too brutal. And you can get up really early or stay up really late and go biking, but it's still really brutal. And there's like 2 or 3 months where it's just not gonna happen. It's so hot and humid, even at 4 in the morning, that it's just not worth it. And I need to be able to bike year round. That was one of the reasons I quit, because I'd only cycle for like 6 months out of the year before eventually I was like, oh, I can't do that. And that happens to be the busy season here when I would work. So I really just never got to cycle. And in the summer, I just sit around on my butt. And I'm trying to find some workaround to that. It's one of these muscle stimulator things that you can oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm trying to build fat though, not muscle. Or get rid of fat, not build muscle. That's what I meant to say. There's a rowing machine at the gym that turns a wheel in the container of water. Always laugh at it because it looks like we're doing someone's laundry. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Swimming, yeah. I'm not a very good swimmer. I mean, I'm okay, I won't drown or anything, but I never swam that much as a kid. Because I actually almost drowned a lot when I was a kid, so. Whatever, what's a lot? Is 4 a lot? Like 4 so times? Yeah. I don't know. I never like went down and someone had to like press my stomach to get the water to shoot out or something like that, or mouth to mouth, but I'd get, I'll tell you one, where I never understood why people would drown out at the ocean and stuff until this day. We were at this river, and it was the Tahlequah River, actually, in Oklahoma. And we saw our friends. We were on one side of the bank. We saw our friends on the other. And my friend jumps in, and I jump in behind him. And we start swimming across the river to get to them. And about halfway through, I go, oh, shit. This is how people drown. I don't have enough energy. I'm really tired. I can't keep, And so very calmly, I started going, help, help. I can't keep swimming. I can't keep it up. I need to touch ground. Help. As calmly as I could, and they thought I was joking until thankfully there was a guy who was sober and he caught on and he jumped across and pulled me back, pulled me to shore. And yeah, so I don't know about swimming. Actually, we're bringing up traumas, aren't we? One thing I did for health is to have lots of dehydrated fruits around to eat. Yeah, so I've worked on that too, Twitch guy. I kind of backslided over the last couple of weeks just because of Chompers and so forth. But that's one thing I've been doing is I've been taking my meals down to just having like one good meal a day, and then having snacks, in different parts of the day. But those snacks being good stuff like grapes. I mean, who the fuck's gotten fat off grapes? Show me some pictures. Or strawberries, like peanuts, stuff that's not processed, for one, and then two, that it's just good old, strawberries are natural sweets, nature's candy. So I'll do that, but these last couple of weeks just kind of got me off my kilt. I gotta figure it all back out again. Yeah, I live in the desert, but there are pools here. Arizona here, Phoenix is like counterintuitive of what you would expect. We have like the most, I think Arizona has like the most boat manufacturers. Like we make a shit ton of boats. Something like that. I don't know. I remember hearing that one. And these fucks take it out to the lake and stuff. That's great. I don't know. But there are pools as well, but not where honestly, my neighborhood has a community pool, and but I never use it because one time Mrs. Hearsey and I, Mrs. Hearsey, she had a friend over, and they were like, "Oh, we should go swimming in the pool," and I'm like, "I'm not coming." And I couldn't quite remember why. And then they got in the water, and then I saw like the edge, and it's a very small pool. I saw the edge of the pool come alive, and the pool was just a haven for cockroaches. So it was just a pool of cockroach livings. And so they jumped out of that so fast. But recently I did get an email or a letter or something from the HOA that takes care of it, saying that they'd renovated it and they cleaned it up. And like when I read it, I was telling Mrs. Hearsey, and she's like, "Did they get rid of the cockroaches?" It doesn't make any mention of exterminators, so I don't know. Maybe. I mean, all you gotta do is throw a rock in there. See if the edge starts moving. If it is, the answer is there's still cockroaches there. It's one of the reasons I don't want to own a pool. Like, if when we get another house, because eventually we've kind of outgrown this house as it is. So if when we get another place, Mrs. Hearsey wants to get one with a pool, but I'm like, it's just going to be hot soup, like all summer. You get in there and it's like getting in a hot tub. You're not going to get cool. You're not going to get refreshed. I've seen this so many times. You can shade the pool, and that'll give you a fighting chance. They do make machines to cool the water, but that's like literally, I mean, you're paying to cool the outdoors kind of thing. It's just a waste of money in my opinion. And yeah, everybody I know that has a pool barely uses it except for like a couple months out of the year. So, and they get so gross because we have dust storms. So every time there's a dust storm, it just gets filled. What the heck? Oh. That freaked me out for a second. I was once in a grocery store where I saw a shelf with an open bag of cookies. I looked a closer look and the cookies, and I saw one jump off. Oh! Yeah, I would just leave all my groceries right the fuck there and go, I'm out. Where's the Kroger's? Where's the Albertsons? I'm out. Fuck this place. And I'll just say that as I'm walking out of the store as loud as I can the whole time. Fuck this. This needs to be burnt to the ground. That's the only way to be sure. We have to destroy this from the inside out. Oh, that might actually attract the wrong attention. Whatever. You ain't got nothing on me. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to exercise. Just refresh. There we go. All right. La cucaracha. That's what that song's about. I don't know Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. I will do my rough translation. The cockroach cannot be nuked from space. The cockroach will survive us. Will be here long after us. I screwed that part up, but you get the idea. That's what the song's about. But it rhymes because it's in Espanol. La cucaracha. The only way is to nuke it from space. That means they're more resilient than the xenomorphs in Aliens. That's what we need. We need cockroaches with acid for blood. Also, a tip to start a long-time exercise program soon. I plan to use audiobooks to help me show up. Well, that's my idea, Twitch guy, is I just need, like when I was doing my walk, it worked, but it wasn't enough, you know, and it was an hour, and I'm like, all right, well, I like the hour of, because what I got out of it, the benefit, is that I would just walk around and just kind of have thought. I wouldn't take my phone with me or anything. I would just walk around, and it was enjoyable. You know, I could just kind of there with my head and think, but I want to do that for like hours and hours. It gets crazy in there. Fuck that. But I need something to distract me from me. But if I could turn it, do more high impact exercise where I'm, more active, I'm breaking a sweat a little bit, but I can watch like old episodes of Cagney and Lacey, or like listen to some albums. I mean, there's just so many tasks that I'd like to do, but this motherfucker keeps distracting me, and I'm like, so I feel like if I'm exercising and I have something entertaining on the back end, it'll all even out. What did you post? Raven! Hold tight, the Raven crew. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. The classics. Ever watch Fallout TV series? They had giant roaches. I really need to watch it. I haven't. I was planning to do it while I was exercising, so figure that one out. But I have played Fallout, and in the game they have those giant roaches. That's what I'm hearing a lot of people. They were very happy with how they delivered on the Fallout series, which is great because it looked bad from my point of view. When I was watching all the previews and everything, I didn't think it looked very good. But my Mrs. Hearsey watched it, and I know a couple of other friends. You guys have told me about it too, and everything I've heard is positive. Like I haven't heard anything negative about it at all. So the hangups that I had, I think, just are probably just out of context issues, and it really was just a lot of the editing and special effects and so forth, how they were put together. So it possibly, that was like not their A game on that preview versus the actual show. Or it's possible the show just makes you unaware of these, because it was really bad editing. That was my problem. I was like, whoa, why are we cutting like this, bro? This ain't no J-cut. What are we doing here? Is this security camera footage? Is that what we're doing? Doing good. New job. Oh man, everyone's got a new gig. Let's go. New job, new industry and all. Oh wow. But then it turns out they didn't need me tonight, so the first night off in a couple of days. Nice. I now work in security building sites and stuff like that. Oh cool. Cool. That's a good job, because it's a lot of attention to detail kind of stuff. It's real detail oriented, and I don't know. Anyway, I was trying to think of something else. I just kept coming back to detail, so I gave up on trying to come up with other words. I like Westworld, but the series ended. Yeah, I was gonna get into that, and then yeah, they had to put an end to it, which, whatever. The villain from Justified is in it. I like him as an actor. Are you talking about what is his? He has a weird name. I like it. I keep hearing. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, it's good to see. I like him. It's good to see more. There's a lot of new talent I've been noticing in actors. I'm an old guy, and so a lot of the actors that I grew up with and performers that I saw, they're fucking old now. A lot of them are dead or something like that. So I kind of turn around and I'm like, who's these people? And I'm like, where the fuck did this? What the hell? Okay. Was this actress here this whole time and I just didn't notice, or was this guy here the whole time? Where the hell did he come from? And I'm seeing a lot of faces pop up, and they're just like amazing. They're really, really good, and it's kind of exciting too to widen that palette. I can't think of a good example though. I'm trying to think of a good one, but I'm coming up with none. Walt Goggin, yeah, exactly. I was putting Grogan in my head or something like that, and I was like, that's not his name. It's just an insult. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. That guy's great. I really like him. I like seeing more of him. I hope that that keeps up. Oh man. Well, it's good to be with you guys. If somebody didn't know, I had to deal with Mr. Chompers being really, really sick. It was really not fun, and trying to see what else we got. Yeah, let's just do some modules. Let's see what we have left. I know we have the encephalo adapter, which, or no wait, that's not what it's called. Encephalo adjuster. We have that, but I don't think we have all the LDRs for it. We're missing some parts for it. So, actually, I don't think we're missing that many, though. I think we're just missing... We've got the LDRs. Oh, I know what we're missing. So we need the really long pen headers to build the black box Vactrol. And I don't have those. I need to order some from Tata. I should do that now, because Tata is a Chinese company, and it's going to get more expensive probably later. Wait, actually, I think Tata's Taiwanese, but it's potato. I don't think there's going to be a big difference. Either way, an incentive to buy it now rather than later. It happens every year. The racing dies down. Often I have kept my job throughout the winter, but it's just not possible. No one besides the racing industry wants racing ECU profiles. Let's see something here. All right. Oh, I don't think I straightened this guy out. That's sort of good. So, we've got this here. I think everything works. Did we get the triple VCA working? Yep. Kind of burnt it. I forgot about that. That's embarrassing. And, so CarPlus isn't working. And we'll need the scope to figure it out. The dual VCO works now. I believe, yeah, Tinkle works. The Divine CMOS works. The Moog works now. So, yeah, we're in what we do now territory. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm just going to stare at this awesomeness. I'm so excited. I need to get this all put into a case and we start jamming on it. I've got everything set up to do it easily. The rest of it's work though. Like, I'll be able to put a camera over Jamtown and everything like that. And, over Space Station. So we'll be able to welcome its awesomeness and view its magic. The ECU stuff was only ever temporary anyways. I did 2 years there. It's been so much fun. Well, the only constant is change, mate. The only constant is change. The things stayed the same. I'd die of boredom.
Hello, silly.
Mazapanda. Coming into the house. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Oh, we're chilling today. We got all our nonlinear modules. I'm so close to finishing off the Roland unit. I just need to. I got my drill in here and I got my cutters. I don't have a sacrificial piece of wood, but I did find some the other day when I was cleaning up. I just got to go figure out where I put it. Thursday, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna finish off that project. Hopefully it'll work. It's been so many days. I'm like worried. I'm took so long. I'm not gonna remember how to put it back together. I have to watch like old videos of taking it apart. I got my job offer, so I'm starting on the 30th. 15 years of self-employment comes to an end, so that'll be a change. Oh wow. What, could you elaborate at all? Would you mind elaborating on what you did and what you're doing now, or? You don't have to, obviously. I'm just curious. 'Tis all. You know what? I don't think this one has the, yeah, we need to put the Temco on this Feig. Let's do that real quick. IT contracting. Oh, okay. I had a friend of mine. Well, actually, if you remember the Allen rig, I'm not sure if that was before or after, but that's what Allen did too, was IT contracting. But you're in the private sector now? What I'm doing next is VIP support engineering. So white gloves for premium clients along slightly similar length. Oh, that's awesome. That'll be a good job, mate. If you're dealing with a lot of American clients and whatnot. So I'll give you an example. There's a company I do work for, and they have this guy. He's British, and he's like, he does management or something, but they just love him to death, and how do I put this? He has made a lot of mistakes, and they just seem to go, I can't be mad at him, and they just let it go. So I'm like, man, I wish I had that skill set. Yeah, Fast Snacks. I'm trying to get back to the usual schedule. The old schedule, the schedule I wanted to try to implement was my local time, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I'm trying to get back into that schedule. We start a little bit later at 11:10, so it's like it's hour less, but I mean that's my plan lately. Since I don't remember when this started. I think it was like August. I went from 4 days to 3 days, and I felt bad because I didn't want to stream less. I didn't want the hours to go down, and I thought, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just stream longer? I mean, 6-8 hours is cool and all, but I'm watching Hep Cats do 10 and 12 and 14 and 16 all the time daily. Why can't I? So, here we are. Here we are. I'm waiting for the iron to heat up. I forgot to turn it on, so I'm just like, doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo. You know what? It's hot enough, right? Oh, no, it's not. It's still stuck in the fucking... Tried to pull it out of the sheath. Got stuck. Boom. We got Temco. Man, I can't wait to buy Temcos from Andrew in Australia because $5 for a pack of 10. All right, now this guy works. I guess we should give her a little test just to make sure. Sure, it's not pure evil. Oh yeah, it's in slow. Oh yeah, you gotta turn. There we go. It's not gonna work with the frame rate, I just realized. They're slow. Gotta get a shadow going here. But I forgot I have multi-direction lighting. There you go, there's a little bit of a shadow. Speed it up a little bit. No? Did it disconnect? What happened? Oh, I guess you got it. No? What the heck? Why is it not oscillating? Why is this other LED not on too? Oh, we got an issue. Cause yeah, this should be. Huh? What the fuck just happened here? It was working and then it stopped. Yeah, it's acting like it's only seeing the, weird. That's just the other side that's stuck on. What in the hell? Dude. All right, let's see if audio's even passing through this now.
That's it, man. Game over, 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 game
over. Yeah. Something is critically wrong. Alright, now we have two things to troubleshoot. Why the fuck is this not working, though? It was working a second ago, too. That's the weirder part. Huh. Well, no, so it's supposed to go across this transistor, and I don't know, maybe this trimmer's all, there is a trimmer here, maybe it's all goofy. Let me see, maybe it's turned all to one side and... Okay, it is. I think it's like a 25 turn though. So I'm just gonna do that and assume that's like a dozen. Let's see. This will help. I'm gonna turn the volume down just in case it does work. Something's wrong. Because the filter's not working now. Let me check all the out. Interesting. So it's one of the poles. That's not right. And then when you turn that up, it eats shit. Alright. It's kind of helpful. So the left side works. The right side's broke. Okay, that kind of helps. But not a whole lot. So, okay, we've got two modules to repair now. We've got the we got this guy and the Carplust. This one's strange. Half of it's working. I'm pretty sure if I look at a schematic, I'll figure this out. The question is, do I want to mess with it now or just move on? I kind of want to move on. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we try to fix stuff or just make stuff? I'm game for whatever. A fader knob? What do you mean? Well, yeah, this thing isn't working. All right, we'll fix it then. It's probably something stupid. We'll probably see it on the microscope. But only one way to find out. Ignore that from me? What are you talking about? Oh, the fader knob question. I gotcha. So we're looking for a high impedance air gap. Our components are all right because everything worked before. And it was working for a second and then it stopped. High impedance air gap or an impromptu circuit bending. I hear you. Yeah, building is more fun than fixing. But fixing is more rewarding. So this worked before. We just gotta find what the fuck was broke on this board. I'm assuming it's a component. It might have gotten roughed up. Maybe it owed some money to the wrong kind of guys. Or gals. Either way, they probably roughed him up. Made him watch like hours of Ellen DeGeneres and Jimmy Fallon. Till he finally cracked. Fell off the board. Started selling heroin to teenagers. Okay, I don't think we have any broke parts on this side. The only thing we did is we added that 1K Temco. Let's look on the other side, see if anything looks stupid. Those two LEDs. There's not a lot of through hole. Alright. Well, fug. Let's just look at this to be diligent. Huh. Oh, should I say? Oh, that's from Jay Nothing stream we're listening to. Okay. I think we're gonna have to look at the schematic, maybe. I'm not sure why this has stopped. It's a good question. It's like the cue isn't working correctly. Like the feedback circuit. I don't know, let's look at the schematic. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Why do we have to fix it? Why can't it just work right out of the bag? That's right. I have to refresh this page just in case there's more magic on here. Okay. The magic does have an end. We're looking for the Feig. Should just do Control F. Is it A? Yes. Thank you. Robot butt. Robot butt. Man, the circuit's a bit complicated. All right. So here's our clues. Like it's stuck on a side, so to speak. So we're only getting one light lit up. But you can get it to go to the other one by kind of jogging the feedback. Well, I forget, did they use two LM13700s or is this a quad chip? Dude, I cannot read shit anymore. Okay, those are two LM13700s, and then there's a switch. Oh! That might be our issue, actually. I've read there's some problems with some of these switches. Try to see where their control is from. But the control doesn't reference anything. Control goes to, oh, here it is. Never mind. So it goes to this guy that, oh. Oh, that's for the speed switch. What a wild way to do that. I mean, I guess that's how you would do it. It's just, I never done it that way. I've never done anything though, so. Everything's like that. Okay, so the switch is just to go between, it's just to operate the mechanical switch. It goes active when it goes high and goes from these. Wait, how does it connect? Yeah, it VL. That's the deal. So it's whether or not it's going to connect to the this 1 nanofarad or not. I guess it's an open close. But that doesn't matter. It's putting a 1 nanofarad on the end of these. So where are the other LEDs? There's 2 here. Should be 2 more. Oh, here they are. Here's one. There's the other. So these are being driven. They're all being driven by, what the fug? From this. So could this have eaten shit? Luckily, we have a working one of these. So we might just do some comparisons to try to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, this goes straight the fuck in. Otherwise, it feeds back on itself. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. But wait, okay. Gotta slow down here. I'm thinking like a crackhead. Gotta think like a drug dealer. Wait, what? Yeah, then it goes through here, and these are our poles. Where's the output for these? Actually, I haven't seen the output points. Ten microfarad bipolar caps. Well, I don't see any electrolytics, so I think that's just the ones I put in there. I guess just a symbol BP. British Petroleum. Yeah, where am I missing this? Where's the outputs at? Where are they out though? Oh, here we go. 90, 270, and then 180 and 0. Okay. That was embarrassingly more difficult than it needed to be. So that just flips the inverted. Okay. So I don't know which side is what, but this is driven from here. And this guy is driven from over here. So I'm going to assume this is the side that keeps lighting up. You know what? That wouldn't be right, because it says 0 and 180, and I believe that's the top left and the bottom left outputs. What's confusing here too is these are supposed to be bicolored LEDs. I mean, that's just a regular LED. It's very confusing. So these are the poles. I don't quite get. Just invert it to get. Yeah, it just inverts it to get the other. Okay, that makes sense. So it just takes the signal, creates a filter here, and then you get your output, and then you get your 180-degree variance from just inverting that. Okay. I'm on. This side's not working. So either maybe this switch is fucking it up, which I kind of am leaning towards, because there's something up with these switches. I've seen this issue. And if it's, but it shouldn't, it should just connect this to the 1 nanofarad or not. And it's just the speed control. Like, it should work as a filter, so maybe not, unless this is grounding out somehow. Like one of these is grounding this. I don't think so. All right. The last thing I can think of is there's something jumbled up in here. It really feels like the filter's not functioning correctly at all. We can get a little bit, but the Q, where's our Q at? Q is going to be deeper in here. There it is. Our Q keeps, yeah, and it's a feedback. So there's one of the Qs. There's the other Q in here. But it's probably gonna come out of this side. Maybe. Yep. No, that's not the right Q. Oh, now I'm questioning myself. Hey, Hayes, how you doing? Okay, where's the other fucking Q? There's that one. Where be the other one? Where be the other Q? These MOSFETs keep throwing me off. What a bunch of dicks. What a bunch of dicks. All right, my brain's starting to hurt looking for this other Q. Closed on a Tuesday? The fuck, did somebody die or something? Is there a funeral? As far as I know, you can't oh, wait, are you kidding? Wait, is this a dual gang? Is this, oh, do we have to get a gang? No, we didn't. What the fuck am I looking at here? Oh, non-linear. There it is. So this is the linear Q and the non-linear Q. Oh my God, that was way too much work. All right, so these might be goofing. If this Q doesn't work here, neither does this shit. So I don't know. There's some spot. Hey, Tron Dog over on YouTube. Welcome in, mate. Welcome in. I'm thinking. I don't know. I got a better place to look. I don't know if these are the right I don't know if this is the spot, but it's a place to look. So like if we, here, I'll put it over here in the corner. If I turn it, you can see this light will light up. So it's like there's voltage hanging out there. I can't get it with the non-linear, but I can make these two light up. This side isn't putting out anything, and this cue isn't working right. Ah, fucking A. Ribs, let's go. God. You know what, I've been a little bit, I've been saving money. Or trying to, well, I had to spend all this money on Mr. Chompers. I think I might splurge a little bit for the holidays. Because I'm thinking about, so, here, let me read you. Just in the oven, but now they got a job to grill them in near the future. So I'm originally I grew up in Oklahoma. And for those that might be out of the U.S. or whatever, Oklahoma's really, growing up there, I don't really miss much about that place. The people are pretty nice, you know, generally speaking. There's a lot of that Southern kindness kind of stuff. Here you go, sugar. Oh, sweetie, it's right over there. You know, that kind of stuff. Really, and I like that. But everything else, I don't really fucking... you could burn it all to the ground. I don't give a shit. But there's one thing, every time I go back, I love to do, although it's kind of... It's not so much anymore. It's harder to find. But that's barbecue. I grew up, like, eating really, really good barbecue. And I know that's subjective, but I have evidence that it's really, really good. So I moved out here in 2002, and you know, it's like a couple of years in, I realized, like, oh man, I miss good barbecue. There's gotta be barbecue place. It was in the Southwest. I used to go to this one place. Oh man, I can't even remember the name of it. I think it was somebody's name. It was kind of famous here in Phoenix. There were 3 of them, and the original one is actually in this really rough part of town. And but it's man, I can't remember the name. JR's maybe? JR. Anyways, you go in and it's like an old Western style. There's sawdust all on the floor. The whole floor is just covered in this sawdust. The servers are all wearing cowboy. They're all dressed up like cowboys and cowgirls, and they've got 6-shooters hanging off their waist, but instead of a gun, they've got their order pad. I'm not kidding. And I remembered I was dating this chick when I first went there, and I think she was the one that told me about it, and she'd lived here all her life, so she's like, oh, you've never been to JR's or whatever it is? And so I go in and I love it. There's like giant like paintings of Geronimo and you know, cowboys, just like all this fucking shit. It's like Oklahoma. It's like I'm in Tulsa or some shit. And I like it. I'm like, wow, cool. This is like a little piece of my home here. And I recall the barbecue wasn't that bad. Not too bad at all. And but they it's kind of an ordeal to go there because it's such a quirky place. And like I remember future relationships that I had with ladies. They were all like, oh, really? You want to take me there? So I didn't really get there as much. And then eventually they closed down. There's a whole story about this place. Like the owner of it, the original one, he ran an AM pirate radio show out of the restaurant. He was in the middle of the restaurant and he'd do his radio show, and he was protected and covered in chicken wire. I'm not fucking exaggerating. And he would do his little radio show inside there on AM, and it was all, I don't even know. I imagine it was like coast to coast, but for Southwest rednecks or something, for people that like leather. I don't know. People that like suede. It was so crazy. But I think he passed away, and then the family kept the business up for a while, and then I guess they eventually sold it, and it went away. That was pretty decent barbecue. But once it was gone, I tried to find other places, and everybody here just slathers it in sauce, which, where I grew up, that's how you hide mistakes. Oh, I screwed up. I'll just put sauce on it. Oh, I burnt it. A little sauce will fix that. Like, that's how I felt sauce was. And usually you just do it to kind of, just for fun, like, oh, I'm going to spunk it. Ooh, a little peppery. But that's it. It's not an ingredient. It's a condiment. But here it's an ingredient. A lot of places it's an ingredient, and I just can't get behind that. Then about 8 or 10 years ago, there was this place that opened up called Little Miss Barbecue. And the guy who started it up is like just a really solid dude, really cool guy. Their like story was they kept trying to try to enter all these barbecue competitions, but they'd always get too drunk the night before and miss it, or show up really hungover. And that was like their mission statement on their website. I was like, this is crazy. So this place is in the worst, not the worst, it's not the worst. I'll tell you the place of town. It's an industrial district. Hey, Dowie. Ketchup is great. Thoughts on ceramic versus polyester film box caps? Oh, I love poly caps. I love my poly caps. They don't work for everything, but like if you can afford them, you should just get them. But I love my box caps. I try to put box caps on everything. There are certain things you have to do specific, but you can, if they're giving you either or, then I'd choose poly because it's dope. But, okay, so the Little Miss Barbecue, you go in there, so they open up at 11, but you get there at 10. There's the owner's, like, I think it's his father-in-law or something. He, like, directs you where to park because there's not a lot of parking. The place is in the industrial district. It's surrounded by, like, fucking scrap yards and mills and stuff. The other businesses that are around are literally brothels. I don't know how they are able to operate, but they are absolutely, that's what they are. It says live women, dancing and all that, but it's, anyways. And that's across the street. And it's, they close at 4 o'clock, but they always sell out before 4. And they're at their maximum deal. There's no way for them to really grow as far as like producing more food and anything like that. But the owner is like a real cool cat, and he's like, this is cool. And they ended up opening up another restaurant, but it's slightly different. It still has barbecue and everything like that, but they have a lot of other stuff that they do. The owner's a real, just like one of those artist chef type people. So he's always trying to do, create this other kind of way to cook something. And his main medium is a smoker. And anyways, that's the best fucking barbecue in this entire part of there's another place out west that people say is really good, and I'm sure it's not bad at all, but this guy just has it down. I think it's the best, and it's basically Texas style, if you're familiar with that. It's a dry rub, long, slow. It's like a 12 or 14 hour cook, and there's a lot of rotating when you're doing it. You have to take the meat and have it in butcher wrap, and and then rotate it or put it in a different part of the smoker. It's pretty involved. They have people that stay there all night to mine the meats. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man, what the hell, dude? All right. Fucking goddamn it. Why does it have to be on a Tuesday? So, I just got a text. The city is updating the meters for the power, and they're about to come do mine. So we're going to lose power for like, I think they said like 5 minutes or 15 minutes or something. So we might have to come back for part 2 of the stream. Plus all the time it's going to take me to reboot everything, because I don't know when it's going to happen. I guess they'll knock on the door, and we could have like a quick shutdown, and I guess I'll start back up. I don't know. I just fucking swear, I just want one day. Of course it's going to happen, because the internet's been rock solid. I haven't lost a single frame. That's not normal. So of course that's going to go away. It's going to be like bullshit. Ah, fucking A. Anyways, try to be positive. Yeah, it's the electric. They're changing the meters out. I don't know what the deal is. They sent me an email and told me they were going to do it, and that it was between the dates of like December 1st and like January 15th or something. It was like this wide date, and I'm like, all right, thanks for narrowing it down a little. So in the winter. Yeah, I don't have any fallback power. We had a tree cut from our yard, and that actually took care of it. Got rid of the shade, which sucks. But I was thinking like, well, I could, maybe recoup some of that by putting solar panels on the roof. And I looked at a system, and but I don't know. My neighbor still has this tree, and it's still alive. It hasn't died yet, so, and it kind of blocks still enough of the roof that I don't know. Oh. Actually, let me go tell Mrs. Harris here real quick, just to let her know. All right. I gave her the bad news. Here, I'll leave one earpiece out so I can hear if they knock at the door or anything. Alright, well, we've got the two. I'll just keep going until that guy shows up, I guess. We got 2 units here. One works, one doesn't. This one was working for a second, though, and just quit, so I wonder if... Ooh. It just dawned on me. So the these match transistors are a little, I don't know if they're the right size or not. Let me look. Let's just look at the... Actually, that looks fine. Okay, never mind. I thought of a possible cause, and it's not it. Make sure I couldn't, like, tell them to do this on another day. It just says it'll be here in 15 minutes. All right. Well, whatever, man. There's all those 1 nanofarads, so I get that now. I like that little tick. I like it when my skin tone reflects back into the solder joint and I think that it's been ripped off, and then I move my finger and go, oh. Oh, that's just a lighter shade of pale. Hey, Tron Dog over on YouTube. What's on the docket today? Who's getting a repair? So we have kind of an impromptu repair. We had these 2 Fiegs. I built both of these a while back, and they both worked, but they didn't behave correctly because they were missing a Tempco. And the Tempco basically just made the CV correctly scale. Otherwise, all the the control knobs are really, really sensitive. Like you just turn it a little tiny bit and you would cross like hundreds of hertz. So it didn't work right, but that fixed that. Now we did that on this one for Jamtown, but that was all the ones I had. I ordered some new ones. I put one in, and now it seemed like it was working for a second, and then it just stopped working. And I don't know, it's not oscillating or anything like that. And I'm not sure why or what, how this started happening. So I'm trying to troubleshoot it, but it's a bit of a complicated circuit, and there's a lot I don't get. But we have one working and one not. Well, we should test to see if this one's working. Because wouldn't that be great if they just ate shit after a certain number of days? That'd be a fun troubleshoot. So let's see here. We're going to put this guy. Oops. Yeah, like immediately you get the oscillation. And we're getting the slow and the fast. Yeah. We go to this guy, we plug it in, everything should be the same, and, well, and no oscillation. We can kind of get the lights to do shit, but that's just it getting all, oh. What the fuck? All right, join me for more quick fixes. All right, let's hear if audio passed, because audio wasn't even passing through it. What the hell did I do? Threatened it? Oh yeah, we gotta plug it into the thing. And if we turn these down, goes away. We'll feed it audio into Signal. We'll turn it into a cool saw wave. Yep. Okay, fixed it. Not sure what I did. Not very happy that I fixed it this way, but ah-ha. It's a power issue. I think this fucking power cable's poop again. Yeah, there it died. I think I have to repower the whole thing to get it. Yeah. Something to do with the power connector. I think only one leg was getting powered up. I think that's what was happening. Yep. Yeah, it's either... It's something with this connector, or... Okay. Maybe it's just this power connector here. Let me try just going in this way. Make sure I'm not going to screw this up. Yeah, it's something with this power connection here. It's not making a good one. I have to put a bunch of force, and then it works. That doesn't make any sense, because they're all the same lengths. I could just try reflowing it, I guess. I don't know. No, it's just one of these silly asking if the Molex connector is sealed. So this is IDC, and I mean it fails. This thing fails over time. I don't have a dual row here for the power connector, but I don't know. It's just it won't work unless I put a lot of force on it. And that's with both of these. So I don't think it's a connector thing. I think it's this end, but it doesn't make sense. So we'll just reflow it, see if that fixes it. I heard a truck drive by. Here. Let me check something really quick. Never mind, it's just my neighbor with a shitty exhaust. Taco Bell right on. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I can consistently make it work if I put a bunch of pressure. So, and I went through both connectors. So I don't think it's this, and this normally isn't an issue. I mean, I could plug it into this one with no problem, so I don't think that's it. It's something to do in here, but I'm not quite clear on... Oh. I got a way to fix this. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at here. See how the one on the right here, the pin on the right has solder rising up? And you see how this one doesn't look like it has any. Now this should be electroplated all the way through and it shouldn't be a big deal, but let's just assume that it's not connecting, and we could simply fix it with a little bit of that heat, man. God, move your fucking car, dude. It sounds like a lawnmower with a toilet attached. Oh, scheisse. There we go. A little bit more of this. You don't have any SR... What the fuck is that? A rotary switch? Hell no. Why would I ever carry a rotary switch? I don't even like rotary switches. I mean, they're kind of cool, but they're so fucking expensive. And, I don't know, they're just a pain. Now, most switches I buy as needed. Installation or separation will cause misadjustment. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just the perfect storm scenario here. It may not even be an issue with another ribbon connector that has like maybe deeper pockets. Yeah, we're working good now. I think that was the issue. I can get it to freeze if I push it off, but it's working now. Good too, right? So embarrassing otherwise. All right. Let's put this guy back in the case. And figure out what module we want to do next. All right. So we have the Neurozy, the Hipster, the Snake, Bongo Fury. This is already in the works. The 1 divided by N. And then we also have Doof, Squid Axon, and Razor. So you can get on the Razor rug. Londog over on YouTube. Sid, is that your broadcasting that soothing and calming music? Actually, that music, let me give you a link to that, mate. That is the, is it still my, nah, I thought it would be my, oh wait, it got knocked out of the other stuff too. So here, let me start over. Copy, let me, this, just a second. Doopy 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 boo, do not doopin' on your doopity doo. There we go. Yeah, we're listening to J Nothing. They stream on Twitch. They use a lot of VCV rack, and they have very long streams, like 20, 30 hours. And it's stuff like this. I really love it. I've spoken to the to J Nothing to let them know that we listen to their stuff all the time on the stream. They're really happy about it, and you should go check them out. Give them a follow, or you can even put their stuff in the back. I went ahead and subscribed so that we can have ad-free, consistent, constant, yummy jams from them, and I think that's kind of the goal that they're shooting for, is to have, oh wait, we never did decide, to have music that's that's in the kind of stuff you can listen to in the background kind of thing. Which is a great idea. I think it's a good idea. They do pretty well too on Twitch. They've got 44 people watching right now. Here, I'll pull them up. Do I still have? No, here we gotta do this. I have to unplug and plug back in the stupid HDMI connector. Oh my God, let's go. There we go. So this is VCV rack that they're running. which is an incredible program. You should definitely check it out. They got a cool little background and everything too. But their stream is got the alien guy, and it's good stuff. We've been listening to a lot of it lately because I just think it ticks all the boxes. It's good music. It's really relaxing. It's something in the background other than just we have to listen to the air, the Mr. Snuffleupagus. It's nice to have something to break that white noise. And it's VCV. I love that. And yeah, the person who does it is really cool and really chill. I've been really digging being able to enjoy the music. When you got a Londog, you should check. Go further down the well there on their links. Let me see. Do they have? I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, because this would be smart just to dump all this on YouTube for people to just do on demand. But they do have VODs as well. That's what we normally do. Looks like they just have Ko-Fi. But I could be wrong. I'm kind of a new fan of their stuff. Yeah, it's all synth music. He's legit. All right. Let's see here. We've got the Neuro Z, the Hipster, the Snake Joke. I don't know. Do any of these jump out at you and say, what the hell, man? What the hell's that supposed to be? What the hell's going on in tape? So do you think with what you are building here, which is getting pretty elaborate with a lot of modules that you can create music? So I don't really know what I'm going to make, Londa. That's kind of the weirdest part about this, where I think I'm kind of being an idiot or a mad genius. Because I'm putting this all together, and I have no idea what it's going to sound like. It's very different from any other system that I have some of these, I have modules like these, I have modules from him, but I have so many other things I can fall back on to do the stuff I normally would expect. And a lot of those things are missing. The major one being voltage quantization. There's no chromatic scaling, there's no scaling whatsoever. It's all just kind of like woo woo woo. And to put that in perspective, I was like, that's like, you playing a guitar, but there's no frets, and the only way to change the note is to turn the tuning peg. You can only go so far with it, so it's kind of a weird challenge to put into place. But I think I'll be able to get more. I think it's going to be a bit of a sound designing thing for a while. And something like that. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards that it's going to be more about, less about making synth lead patches and more about creating kind of these audio environments or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of crazy, but I'm cool with it. Is doof a drum? Yeah, I believe it's the kick drum. I believe it's like a kick. Doof, 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 doof. So I hear so I'm gonna take that as a recommendation for doof. So if you were Lawn Dog over on YouTube. So if you were to start off with some kind of music signal and then start to send it through the modules, you can tinker with shaping the sound based on the modules. I asked that question mainly from the point of view of starting with music signal and then modifying it to create something on the output. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of just signal manipulation and signal processing. That's probably a good half of it, honestly. But modulating that signal and processing and that's where the interesting stuff can be. Like, for example, a really common thing I do to be lazy is with a synth is I usually, when I build a patch in the modular, you'll do an oscillator, filter, VCA, and an envelope will control that VCA. Maybe something else will control the filter. But if I don't really need that filter to do anything, I'll just do oscillator, filter, and then tie an envelope to it and call it a day. And just have it sweep down to off, inaudible, and have the envelope push it up. And a lot of the times that's a cool sound, and I'm gonna double it up anyways to a VCA, so there's no point in doing it twice. All right, hold up. All right, that electric person should have came by now. What if they didn't have to change the meter? Doey, you got modules that make the signal from a voltage reference, those be VCOs, then you feed that signal into processing like VCAs, which can be controlled by a gate that opens and closes, filters that change feeling and tone, effects, etc., etc. Oh, there's my meter. All right, we might lose power here. If so, we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll send stuff out on the internets. Oh, I hear him. Oh, I hear it. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, power's going off for 30 seconds. It'll take me a couple minutes to get back online and everything. So I'll see you guys in about 15 minutes.